Have you ever felt a sudden, unexplainable chill? A presence in an empty room? In Islam, we believe in an unseen world parallel to our own, inhabited by beings known as the Jinn. Created from smokeless fire, they live, die, and have communities and tribes, just like humans, and just like humans. Among them are the righteous, the neutral, and the deeply evil. Today, we delve into the shadows of Islamic tradition to explore the most feared and malevolent tribes of the Jinn. These are the names that scholars have warned about, whose sole purpose is to mislead and harm mankind. Before we begin, a crucial disclaimer. Seeking knowledge about the unseen is part of our faith, but we must do so with the right intention, to seek protection in Allah, not out of fear or fascination with the dark. The greatest protection is always in the remembrance of Allah, through Ayatul Kursi, the Mu'awwidat, Surah Al-Falaq and An-Nas. The Quran says, "And indeed, individuals among mankind sought protection with individuals among the Jinn, so they only increased them in burden." Surah Al-Jinn 72:6. This verse warns us against seeking help from the Jinn themselves. Our trust is in Allah alone. With that understood, let's explore these tribes, as mentioned in classical Islamic texts. The first, and perhaps most famous, is the Ifreet, al-Ifreet. The word Ifreet implies a jinn of great power, cunning, and strength. They are the nobles and champions of the evil jinn. We find mention of an Ifreet in the Quran, in the story of Prophet Sulaiman, AES. When the Queen of Sheba's throne was brought in the blink of an eye, one of the jinn said, "I will bring it to you before you rise from your place. And indeed I am for it strong and trustworthy." Surah An-Naml 27-39. This jinn was likely an Ifreet. They are master shapeshifters and can cause great devastation. They often lead lesser jinn in their misdeeds. Next we have the Marid, al-Mard. The name comes from the root word meaning to rebel or be gigantic. The Marid are known for their immense size and rebellious nature. They are often associated with bodies of water. The deep seas and oceans are said to be their domains. They are prideful and considered among the strongest types of jinn, but also the most stubborn and difficult to control. In folklore, they are often the type that arrogant sorcerers would try to bind, usually with disastrous consequences. Perhaps the most terrifying for travelers of old was the Ghoul, al-Ghoul. This evil jinn is a master of deception. It lurks in barren places, waiting for lonely travelers. Its primary ability is to shapeshift, often appearing as a lost animal or even a fellow human to lure its victim away. The Ghoul preys on the lonely and the lost. The Prophet Muhammad PBUH taught us a dua for travel, which is a protection against such evils. Allahu Akbar, recited upon seeing unfamiliar paths. Their goal is not just to kill, but to instill fear and despair. The Silat, a Salwa, is a specific and dangerous type of evil jinn known for seduction. They are masters of appearing in beautiful, appealing forms to lead people astray, often targeting those whose hearts are weak from worldly desires. They represent the danger of temptation in its most literal form. Their deception is not just physical, but spiritual, aiming to corrupt a person's faith and lead them into major sins like shirk. They exploit the weakness of the human heart. This is less a specific tribe and more a classification of evil jinn based on their action. These are the jinn that cause what is commonly known as possession or spiritual affliction, mass. They bind themselves to a person, causing immense physical and psychological harm. Their goal is to torture the human and disrupt their life and worship. Islamic exorcism, ruqya, through the Quran and authentic supplications, is the prescribed way to fight them by the will of Allah. This might sound strange, but it's based on strong prophetic guidance. The Prophet, PBUH, taught us to seek refuge in Allah before entering the bathroom, saying, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-khubuthi wal-khaba'ith. O Allah, I seek refuge in you from the male and female evil ones. Scholars explain that toilets and impure places are gathering spots for evil jinn. This tribe or group is associated with filth and impurity. The simple act of saying the dua is a powerful shield against their harm. Finally, we have a personal enemy. The Quran tells us that every single human has been assigned a Qareen, a jinn companion, whose mission is to whisper evil suggestions and encourage us to sin. His Qareen, devil companion, said, Our Lord, I did not make him transgress, but he himself was in extreme error. Surah Kaf 50:27. This is the source of our evil whispers, waswas. But here is the hope. The Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, was granted victory over his Qareen, who became Muslim. Through strong faith and constant dhikr, we too can resist ours. So these are some of the most evil jinn tribes discussed in Islamic tradition. Knowing about them is not to make us live in fear, but to make us aware and vigilant. Our faith is our armor, and the words of Allah are our sword. Remember the ultimate protections, Surah Al-Baqarah. Reciting it in the home keeps the shayatin away for days. Ayatul Kursi, the throne verse. A protection after every prayer and before sleeping. The last two verses of Surah Al-Baqarah. Surah Al-Falaq and An-Nas, the morning and mankind. Protection from envy, magic and evil whispers. The unseen world is real, but the power of Allah is far greater. So did you know about these tribes? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more insightful Islamic content. Until next time, Fi Amanillah, may Allah protect you.